so important to this Oklahoma City team. Chet Holmgren, huge first quarter against the Knicks. Earlier this month, Lou Dort with a three to allow the fans to sit down.
That's a welcome sight. This whole Dragnout and a Thunder fan. Dort has not shot the ball well, really all season long. It's his first to go.
Anthony Towns with a cut to the basket is fouled as we have the first whistle. And Karl Anthony Towns, a part of that in the last game, was on the bench for the last 2/3 of the fourth quarter. Didn't finish the game out.
But that's scoring defense against and field goal percentage. Look at this.
Beautiful. Williams on the toss.
And here's that lack of communication we were talking about defensively for the Knicks.
Hartenstein, the former Knick, comes up with the finish. 2 years with New York. Second year here with Oklahoma City. Anunoby guarded by Holmgren here to begin. SGA, the overplay from behind, knocked it away. Dort the other way.
Well, you see the cross matchups because you've got Jalen Williams guarding Cat. They like to play Karl Anthony Towns with a smaller defender.
Holmgren off on the three. Brunson tipped it to Towns. Dale Bridges gave 631 in a row. Talk about load management. He brings it every night. Count on him, consistent. Brunson, first shot. And Hartenstein, the rebound for the Knicks, for the former Knick, for the Thunder.
Think about the two toughest defenders that Brunson is going to have to go against tonight. You just saw right there. Jalen Williams, what a spin move by SGA. My goodness, high off the glass. And now you've got Lou Dort guarding Brunson as well. So those would be the two primary defenders, especially on those switches.
Hart set a screen. Brunson had space. He's missed his first couple. Back the other way come the Thunder. Early 5-point lead. Play joined by Holmgren. We both did the same thing. What did we do? We looked over to Mike Brown. We thought he may have pulled the timeout.
I thought he was going to call a timeout. This is the slow start that he was worried about.
Bridges floats it in for two. And it's not necessarily the score, but it's how the other team is getting baskets that has Mike uptight about that.
And then other guys get going, right? SGA, easy layup, gets going. Dort, wide open three.
Williams left it. Good job by Bridges to get in the way of the pass. Brunson back the other way for New York. And SGA, top 10 scorers matched up there. Anunoby off on the three. Thunder come off a win over Chicago by 18 the other night. Williams, ball has energy, but SGA threw it away, but Hartenstein was cutting.
Rise.
31.4 points per game. Hart knocked down. Thought about that quick shot. Williams was right there for it. Good penetration. Hart challenged by the taller Hartenstein. Got it back, though. Good offensive board for the Knicks, and Brunson fires for three and knocks it down.
Again, you're talking about one of the better offensive rebounding teams in the association, the New York Knicks.
They ranked 5th in the league in offensive rebounds. SGA had it spin out. And over the board, Brunson the push. Bridges the attack. And two. Nice little comeback here for the Knicks.
And this is what I like about that.
13 misfires, and Brunson at the boards again.
Liking the pace here for New York.
Anunoby off the line to the basket. Out of contact. No whistles. The Knicks bench in its entirety. A basket for it. And Bridges gives the foul as Gilgeous-Alexander. We are 2 weeks away from the end of the regular season and the start of what promises to be an outstanding playoff stretch. Gilgeous-Alexander shooting over Deuce McBride, who was back in the lineup for the Knicks, just returning at that timeout. This is the last 28 games after core muscle surgery. Big addition to this Knicks team. And Hart fires a three. Good. Box out by Dort.
5 rebounds already for Hartenstein.
Dort boxed out. He should get a three.
Long cue there, Mike. Again, 2 for 2 now to start this ball game for Dort. Now his primary guarding assignment is Jalen Brunson.
One of the best. Physical, fast feet. With McBride. Went inside, put on the brakes. Ananobi, watched by Holmgren. On the deck. Out of the corner, Hart, late clock, got to do something. It'll be OG. Towns the rebound. Knicks love seeing that. OG joins the play. To the basket. Met at the summit, but fouled by Hartenstein. His second.
Before he went out, Mike, he was their best three-point shooter. He was on fire to start this year from three.
He was hitting them at 42%, and Mike Brown told us when we met with him before the game how excited he is to get him back. Also, his ability on the ball as well, and a little bit of something for the Knicks. SGA too far away, but the body bump and the foul is called. He's on average yet to hit one. DraftKings #1 sportsbook for live betting. Get in on the action. Download the app. Use promo code DUNK when you sign up. And Mike made the point that, yeah, you get frustrated in game because he gets to the line so often. But when you go back and look at the film, there's a craftiness to it. Doesn't mean it's less frustrating, but you can see how he draws fouls. But this one's out of bounds and will stay down here. As I look at somebody...
Players are going to get a kind and friendly whistle from the officials. And think about it for Mike Brown. His only technical this year came in that March 4th matchup between these two teams.
SGA pulled up. Misses that. Slow start from the field. 1 of 5 tonight. Ananobi pulled to the basket, and he gets fouled. But what's it going to be in the playoffs? Because we know what it got like in the playoffs last year. You foul him, he's a 39% shooter, you put him on the line, and you keep him out there. He's a huge part of this Knicks success. SGA passed the pride and contacted, and
his teammates involved. I know you're like, how is that possible? It helps that J-Dub is back, Jalen Williams, to help with the ball handling, but he hasn't taken any of the shine as the points per game leaders in our game. Doesn't take any of the shine away from his teammates. Everyone's been rewarded from playing with him. Absolutely love playing with the great SGA.
The growth of Williams and Holmgren lob to the rim for Robinson. Heads out of bounds. Knicks turn
on the floor now. The Thunder are trying to keep Mitchell Robinson off the offensive glass.
Mason Wallace tees up Jay Will. This is the three. Hart the other way for the Knicks. A defensive feel to this first quarter than some of the games you've seen the last few weeks. Brunson, beautiful spin, and spins it off the window for two.
For all you AA kids out there, that's fundamentals right there. The footwork there by Brunson, textbook.
Wallace got a step on Brunson and gets to the basket. Third-year man from Kentucky, known for that defense. Started the year out as the defensive player of the month. Brunson bullet pass towards Clarkson. Robinson couldn't put it back in. Very interesting piece on this Oklahoma City team as we get towards the playoffs. Jared McCain cleared it. Williams dished it. The ball has life, and it's Wallace for three. Back in by Dort. Timeout, New York. And Mitchell Robinson was mic'd up for that game, and you heard some of that trust as this moving
shortly off the floor. You talked about that Charlotte game. Coach Brown went with him down the stretch as opposed to Karl Anthony Towns because of his mere presence and his ability to keep balls alive.
Hartenstein, there's a lack of communication in defense as he rumbles down the lane to extend this to a 5-point lead. Knicks haven't led. Thunder have led by as many as 7. Towns the catch at the elbow. Caruso underneath him. Alvarado free. Rebound, Mitchell. Provides good pace, too. Attack Williams. Timeout Knicks.
Not the way you want to.
Really just steps away from where we are right now, and we can guarantee one thing. It'll be loud.
Oh, yes.
These fans are great.
Under alley.
Thunder lead by 7. Looking to be the #1 seed again. Bridges up on that three. Ananobi fought to keep it alive. Go the other way. The house in Indianapolis was great and matched the intensity and the energy that we saw here.
Great atmosphere. More importantly, so proud of 2 small markets putting on an unbelievable 7-game series.
Archie trying to catch and collect, couldn't. Towns tipped it to keep it alive. Couple of Knicks on the deck. Alvarado able to put a fork in it. It's not getting rewarded. Knicks cannot make a shot. They are 7 of 29 to start this one.
And yet only down 7.
Foul on
T-Mac and Vince and Melo
to the game in the playoffs. Karl-Anthony Towns has the ability to carry the team. Question is, where will he get his shots? What spots on the floor will he get them? As we go through, Anunoby, triple in those green sneakers, knocks it down. Gets back to a 5-point game. And the Knicks picking up here with a little pressure.
And you've got Alex Caruso, who is a great defender, great on-ball defender. He's guarding Cat.
Williams, Julia Hartenstein will lift the defense, leaves the rim unprotected. Caruso got a hand on it, and it'll go the other way. It's last touch off Anunoby.
Alex Caruso, his before, watching those finals games. SGA was great. J-Dub had that one 40-point game, but consistently throughout that series, Alex Caruso killed the Indiana Pacers.
Isaiah Joe back to a cut. Good job by Bridges. Caruso comes to get it, try to take it back. Bridges sticks with it. Anunoby a lift, a launch. Rebound Hartenstein for Oklahoma City. He's got 7 defensive rebounds tonight. Williams a blur. And a foul. That's OG. That's his 3rd.
Left in the regular season.
Wait, so we're both right?
Exactly. Win-win.
By the Brooklyn Zora, right?
System you're in. You could put T-Mac, Vince, Carmelo in any system, and they are going to thrive. That's how good they are. And that's how Cat, look at this. You've got a guy that's 5 inches shorter than you, giving it to you. You've got to go to work.
Double big for the Knicks. Late clock Bridges. A grenade of a 3 knocked down.
What a start for Bridges. Double figures, the first Knick in double figures now.
Got 4 of their 9 made field goals on this night. Williams working from the top, met by Robinson. Towns back the other way. Caruso trying to give the foul. Is anybody back? Nick Bench made the single forward takeoff. Again, to Towns. He gets double, lets the double go away, and scores.
Be aggressive. Go after it. You can't settle for it. A guy that's 6'4", trying to guard a guy who's 6'10", 6'11".
SGA first 4 and change of this second quarter. Way off from there on this half-court set. Essentially, Knicks are shooting more threes. There's a little more motion to them. Knicks are shooting 4 more threes per game. Nice pass to McBride. A 3 off the mark. Robinson the rebound, the retake. Right inside to Towns, who is held by Caruso, and the foul is called. So it's taken him a little bit away from the inside of the basket, but you've seen with his double big.
Well, the smaller defender on Cat. Now make a quick move and go.
He did. Drawing some contact.
Has to punish him. If he punishes these guys that are 6'4", 6'5", teams will go away from him.
Caruso now has 3. Alvarado, not sure what that was. Williams back the other way, attacking. Dishes, banging a bucket. Oh, what a play. And it allowed Mark Dagnall to start that starting 5, that 4-5 they've had for only the 8th time this year. So even though Oklahoma City's 58-16, they've got some time in the lab here over the last few games.
And they're only 2 and 5 with that starting lineup.
Alvarado McBride working the backcourt for the Knicks. Double big and Bridges. Clock at 5. McBride. Alvarado with space. Cuts down to 3.
Ball movement, man movement. That's how the Knicks have gotten back in this ball game.
Alvarado came over the trade from New Orleans, native New Yorker. Playing for his hometown team. The cut by Caruso. He's got 3 fouls, by the way, as he's been battling with Towns in this quarter. Brunson and Hart to come back in for the Knicks.
Here's a steal by Williams.
Alvarado got him on the arm on the way up. City 4 of 5, so it's legitimately at 2 games back. Tiebreaker to the Spurs. And San Antonio's schedule is easier than Oklahoma City's over these last 2 weeks. Brunson off the bench. rolls in 2. He has 9 for the Knicks. Bridges leads him to 10.
Tell you what, when Jalen Brunson is done playing basketball, he is going to be a billionaire if he teaches basketball to kids, because his fundamental work is outstanding.
He's doing okay at the moment, right?
I know he is.
Alvarado giving him some juice. Hard secondary. Alvarado for a second 3. In a row. Timeout. Oklahoma City on NBC Peacock as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gets inside for 2. He's got 10, and the Thunder lead by 3.
Well, he knows with the smaller Alvarado trying to guard him, he's going to be able to shoot over him. But when the double team comes, it's got to be a complete double team. Can't let him split it.
Williams picked up Brunson on the switch. Brunson leaning in, looking for something for a third 3. Alvarado no. Brunson the rebound. He'll launch and land a 3. Tied this baby up at 42.
Knicks absolutely on fire from 3. 8 of 20.
And on the offensive glass, 7 offensive rebounds. 2 more than they had Thursday night in Charlotte against the fun-to-watch Hornets. SGA drawing all the eyes. Mitchell attacks. Holmgren fakes. Now takes. Misses. Dort slapped it to keep it alive. To mention the game that comes up tonight on Peacock, Golden State and Denver. The national TV schedule includes 3 on Peacock tomorrow. Sixers and Heat, Bulls, Spurs, and right here an on-the-bench game, the #1 team in the East, the Pistons, #1 in the West, the Thunder. Tuesday on NBC and Peacock, Knicks and Rockets, Blazers, Clippers. Everything's got playoff implications. More on these games, NBA.com, or visit the NBA app.
Stretch for OKC. You've got the Knicks tonight. You've got Detroit tomorrow here.
And then the Lakers come in on Thursday.
Wow.
So, playoff tune-up for sure. Brunson can't get past Dort. Fenced in by SGA. So Alvarado takes advantage, but he couldn't finish. Hart tries to cut off SGA. Good one-on-one battle, and McBride read it. Last touch by Dort, and it'll be Knicks ball.
A great one-on-one defense off the floor. Cat was on. Lack of communication.
3.5 to go. First game in the Garden was a good one between these teams. McBride got bumped on the cut, and the foul was called.
Are in this game, 1-point game. Thunder 53, Knicks 52. Quarter number 3 here from Oklahoma City. And Anunoby passes to Hart and gets tripped by Holmgren. And there's the first foul in the 2022 draft. Is his second. Deflection there by Williams, but Brunson got it and found a way to roll it over the rim. And the Knicks lead for the first time tonight. The Knicks team, 48 wins, looking to get to 50 for the 3rd straight year. And in the middle of a tough stretch, they go to Houston Tuesday night on NBC, away from the ball with Holmgren. He goes...
When shots didn't fall early, he said the guy stuck with it. What needs improvements? Well, this end of the floor, defending without fouling, which is hard to do against OKC. He's telling the guys, keep your hands out of the cookie jar and lead with the chest.
Bridges doing that there, challenging the shot by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Knicks 14 fouls in that first half. It's going to be on.
Attempt just the other night against the Bulls. Went 0 for 10.
Pounds inside. Holmgren gets hit in the face. And this will be a foul. And while we have a second, Reg.
Yes, sir.
Brunson is called. Broadcasts are there celebrating Clyde's 81st birthday tonight. One of the legends of the game.
One of the most stylish as a player and as an analyst.
Styling and profiling, right?
Yes.
Happy birthday to Clyde. SGA missed it, but Holmgren throws it back down, and he takes care of that trip with the 2 on the back end as well.
4-point trip right there for Chet. He's been quiet up to this point.
So the Thunder lead by 3. Their biggest lead has been 9. Knicks only lead a moment ago. Solo jaunt here for Brunson. Trying to find Bridges, too much traffic. Williams trying to break out of the pack. How did he do it? Wow!
How did he sprint and get through three blue jerseys?
Fans love it here in Oklahoma City. Big contact. No whistle. Other way. Foul on the the Knicks. Williams after that big basket a moment ago. Feeling it. Ball moves. Holmgren right back to Dort. Good recovery defense by the Knicks. Shot clock at 5. Shea, Gilgis, Alexander, short. Didn't touch the rim. It's shot clock violation. So good job defensively by...
There was a lot of contact there, but there's a lot of contact by Dort, too.
Anunoby curling. Brunson 6 to shoot. Got a screen that time. SGA closed on the glass. It's Bridges for the Knicks.
Let's stay tuned. I think what the Knicks have done defensively versus SGA, this might be the best I've seen a team collect. That's an offensive foul. That's an offensive foul on SGA. On what, 134 consecutive?
20-point games. He has 12, but only 3 of 11 shooting thus far tonight. Anunoby to the basket. Dort was there to meet him. Towns pulls it down for the Knicks. Brunson a corner 3. Towns the rebound. Threw it away. The Knicks bench up and clapping. Almost you could see what Zora was talking about, the multiple efforts the Knicks have been making on both sides of the ball tonight in this second half. Love the energy there to Holmgren. Been paying off. 3 of 15 from deep are the Thunder. Two come to Brunson.
Hart is camped out in the post.
Hartenstein the board for the 9th time tonight. Gilgeous Alexander draws the crowd. Hartenstein. He missed 2 of those shovel shots. He's missed 3 of those shovel shots. Williams a 3.
Just listening to Jalen Williams, too, for the game, talking about it. Yeah, remember, sometimes you got to be a little selfish, though. You like it there. Be selfish.
Just his second field goal and his second field goal attempt of the night. That'll be a foul on Anunoby. Deuce McBride comes back in. If you're just joining us, getting McBride back in the lineup after missing the last 28 games, the core muscle surgery. Hartenstein, SGA worked that so well, but again, Gilgeous Alexander off. Williams has the hot hand. Didn't score in the first quarter. Since then, 20 points.
Picking up the slack from SGA.
SGA sitting on a dozen. Good acceleration by Brunson. Towns couldn't squeeze it. Knicks fortunate to keep it alive. Out top, Hart a triple. Got them all.
Those are the ones you've got to have.
You might think about an MVP for Wemby.
It's great. Monday morning water cooler take. A nice move there, but unable to finish there by Williams. It's a conversation right now.
Okay.
But, Mike, there's levels to this.
Okay.
And right now, SGA and what he has done, his numbers are better this year than they were a year ago when he did win the MVP in terms of that averaging 31. But he's shooting 55% from the field from a guard. And again, I love what Wemby has done and what he has done for our game. I mean, he has brought back that competitive spirit. But we need to kind of slow down a little bit as SGA finally gets one to go. And we got to see the Spurs in a playoff series. We're ready to anoint them and him, and rightfully so. He's going to own every award here soon. Trust me. I'm going to say that. But again, there's levels to this.
Nice move by Brunson using the action at the top. Couldn't convert. Holmgren the rebound. You certainly see the move that the Spurs have made up the standings. Every game so important for these two teams down the stretch. For the number 1 seed, Holmgren is short. Hartenstein able to keep it alive and locate an open Dort. He missed the 3 of Holmgren. Gets to the line. Mike Brown, the Knicks wanted to push on Holmgren. And Holmgren is 5 points with SGA joining them with his point-scoring total. You start digging deep in the numbers, they're all worthy of the MVP. I thought you made the interesting comment, Reg. The numbers are better this year. The shooting percentage, the points are down a point or so, but if so many other people engage, good job to get on the floor by Jamal Crawford. Ashley Shamady join you from Denver, the Nuggets have won 5 in a row. They're the 4 seed currently in the West. Oklahoma City, the 1. Inside, Clarkson for 2. Wanted the contact. But the Knicks, like you said, Reg, feel like they're just scratching and clawing in this one. 3-point game. A.J. Mitchell Robinson guarding, so he'll take a step back 3 and knock it down. 34% three-point shooter.
I think he's going to be poised to have a breakout playoff type season. Just the way he performed all year long.
Diawara took a few as he took the handoff from Robinson. Now goes to him. Robinson can't finish at the rim. Good fight by Clarkson to keep it. 2 come to Brunson. McCain recovers back to Mitchell Robinson. Shot clock at 5. He's out there again. Blocking foul called on a Sunday night basketball doubleheader. Mike Tirico, Reggie Miller, Sora Stevenson with you in OKC. The Warriors and Nuggets to follow. Alex Caruso, a 3. Begins the 4th quarter and takes the Thunder lead to 9, equaling their biggest of the night. No Brunson to start the 4th for the Knicks. Jose Alvarado, Jordan Clarkson, Karl Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby in foul trouble with 4. And Mikal Bridges. Clock at 4. It's Bridges. Anunoby for 3. Chet Holmgren the rebound for the Thunder.
You would like to see with no Brunson on the floor. Towns touched the basketball on every possession for the Knicks. Didn't even sniff the ball that last time out.
3 to the top. Clock at 5. A.J. Mitchell. Wrong-footed, no. Tipped back in by Hartenstein. And that's the largest lead of the night for the Thunder. Bridges to the basket, met by Caruso for the playoffs. For Bridges, this is game number. Both of their streaks ended by suspension. So Reg and Zora went down the YouTube rabbit hole on that this morning at brunch just to go see the altercations that happened. Dust up with Blake Griffin that changed the record total for Andre Miller as Isaiah Joe missed the 3.
Andre, you were robbed. You shouldn't have dined.
Start of the 80s, the start of that season all the way through the January of 89.
Wow.
And then he got in a fight with our colleague Brad Doherty, and it was haymaking.
No, that one, that deserved a suspension.
A legit end to that suspension. Caruso, the overplay, but out of bounds. It'll stay down here. Needless to say, of the 2032-33 season to reach AC Green's 1,192 consecutive games.
Iron Man. That's all I will say.
Clock at 5. Alvarado over Holmgren. Towns the rebound and a foul for the Celtics in that number 1 spot.
So if you're in that 8th position, whether it could be anywhere from Atlanta, Philly, Charlotte, Miami, which lost again tonight, you're thinking, hey, if they don't have Cade or Cade's not at 100%, anything is possible in that first round.
Clock at 7. A.J. Mitchell from the top, Joe. Good shooter. Really good shooter. 41% to threes. He's banged 161 on this season. Thunder again by 11. And outside foul one more time on the Thunder. They're 9 years in the league, having some fun. Some stops along the way. The floater goes for Alvarado. Over there. He and Alex time with the Lakers. Pilot shot is out of bounds off Oklahoma City, so the challenge was unsuccessful. The Knicks had 3 fewer free throw attempts than the Thunder. Tonight, it's a much different story in the first 3 minutes in this 4th quarter.
Look at that. You got 9 minutes of basic bonus here. Anytime the whistle is blown, got to be aggressive if you're the Knicks.
That is big from Anunoby. It's his second 3 of the game, and it's a 6-point game.
2-possession game. Your team is in the bonus. Now you got your best defensive team on the floor here for the Knicks. They're in a zone. A little matchup zone.
J-Dub, Jalen Williams, the player out there for the Thunder, has been a hot hand, but he lost the handle, and the Knicks bring it back the other way with Bridges. Looking for a trail, and it's Towns to the basket. Could not finish. Last touch, Clarkson, Thunder ball.
Didn't have control of the ball, Mike, and lost it as he was going up. Good find there by Bridges.
And Karl Anthony Towns, he was credited for the missed field goal attempt there. He's 2 of 3 from the field in 26 minutes tonight. That's their number 2 option. Williams, no. Towns the rebound for the 14th time tonight. He is second in the league, just under 12 a game. There's called for it inside. Alvarado doing the dance, getting close. Towns missed the putback. Missed the putback. Made the putback.
Throwing a little double-double, 10 points, 16 rebounds for Catman.
Leads the league in that category, 52 of them now. Isaiah Joe going to step back jack. Not the greatest shots here for the Thunder, and the Knicks getting right back in this one. Lead was 11 at the beginning of the quarter. It's now 4. Alvarado kept the dribble alive. Trying to find the cutting Clarkson. Nothing doing. Joe, no control. Caruso. And they'll run half court. Williams on the turn. Hartenstein keeps it alive for Caruso. Oklahoma City, 8 of 25 from deep. Below their normal three-point average tonight.
13 rebounds for Towns.
Captain time for the Knicks. Brunson off their bench. We'll see SGA soon for the Thunder. 4 to shoot, Alvarado. Towns. And 1.
The smaller defender rotated over in Mitchell.
The Knicks. A 10-0 run to get this back to a 1-point game. We got 1 in the West, 3 in the East. So it could be a finals preview. Legitimately could be a finals preview.
From this, you got to go get it now.
Both games have felt like it this year. Caruso hits the 3.
The thorn. That's what I call him. He is just a thorn in your side.
Want him on your team, can't stand when he's on the other team.
Correct.
Anunoby, Towns on the box, doing work.
Same thing.
Inside. The body of Towns going to the basket.
Yeah, he's taking a beating down there on his rotation.
Back to 2. Mitchell Robinson set to check in. Knicks are going to go perhaps double big. That pass thrown away to the backcourt. It'll be Knicks' ball on the turnover. 5.5 to go. Good one. First of 2. Sunday night basketball doubleheader here on NBC. Warriors and Nuggets to follow. Brunson working around everybody to the basket. No, Robinson can't get the board. And Caruso takes it the other way. SGA already at 20. To the basket. Gets a foul.
Now he's at the free throw line for free throws number 13 and 14.
The foul on Bridges.
Big and starters on here minus J-Dub. You've got Caruso out here for him.
That's why I can't wait for the playoffs. We're only 2 weeks away, but you get in games, you get the matchups, the chess move the next game. So much fun.
The adjustments from game to game.
It's such a good NCAA basketball tournament, and then when the playoffs get going, the best in the world, best coaching, it's such good stuff. Only 2 weeks away. Brunson twisting, swirling inside, beats the clock for 2. 27 for Jalen Brunson. SGA going at Hart. Got it again. 4 shooting night, but he still has 24 points.
A lot of time left, too. Look at this.
Caruso read it, took it away. Robinson got a hand on it. Towns to the deck. Out of bounds. So they're ruling that the ball went out of bounds. Otherwise, the clock would be at 20. So it was an unsuccessful challenge. Gilgeous-Alexander drives to the basket, scores, and it's a 6-point, 101-95 Thunder lead. Brunson has it guarded by Dort. Towns to screen. At the elbow, Hart. 5 to shoot. Brunson cuts, pulls up. Rebound Holmgren for the Thunder. 6 already in the quarter for SGA. Make it 9 with a 3. Timeout, New York.
And puts us in line with Cade Cunningham and Detroit, who they just beat last year's playoff. In that first round matchup, they would play Toronto, who they've manhandled all season long. Just saying.
This is Reggie Miller making New Yorkers feel good as they go to bed tonight. Or stay to watch the second game of the double.
Yes, definitely stay up.
Reg for the Thunder, it's 59 wins on the season. One more from back-to-back 60-win seasons, and they'll get the #1 team from the other side. The Pistons in here tomorrow night.
And for the Thunder, you're staving off the heavy breathing of the San Antonio Spurs.
Who will remain 2 back in the loss column. Win 31 at home for the Thunder. They sweep the Knicks. They beat the Knicks 6 straight times. Tonight by 11. SGA had 30, so did Jalen Brunson. Game 2 of our double with Reggie Miller and Source.